Shepparton Half Ironman was back again in 2009. With a record-breaking 681 entrants, the place was jam-packed with some serious athletes, ready to push themselves to the limit. Another challenge would be attempted as well, to try and video the elite race with only one camera. Tim Burkle, the 2007 winner, was back. He'd just won the Port Macquarie Half Ironman and in his own words said, "I'll be going for the win." Runner-up for the last 2 years, Matty White was unsure of his chances, but was hoping to go one better. Nathan Stewart saved his energy for the big day ahead, and Kirsten Malloy, back in the pro field after a long break, would be striving for the prize money. It was going to be hot in Shepparton. In the pre-race briefing, the triathletes were told no wetsuits today. With a water temperature of 26 degrees, the biggest danger would be overheating. Just before 7 AM, the long procession headed to the Keala Lake starting line. Months of training had gone into this, and now it was time to perform. With a final good luck wish, a swing of the arms, and some final adjustments, it was time to go. The 1.9 kilometre swim course is a 1 1/4 lap journey in an anti-clockwise direction around the lake. Matt Bailey, closest to camera, sprinted away at the gun, while on the other side of him, noted swimmer Jemani Francis did the same. The jockeying for positions begin. You want to sit on a faster swimmer's feet, but usually everyone has the same idea. At the far end of the lake, the positions stay the same. Francis looks steady in front. He doesn't have to worry about traffic, only the navigation to the next buoy. In second place, Matt Bailey gets the benefit of the draft, as does Michael Cupid. With the end in sight, there's a pack of 6 swimmers. Our lead 3, followed by Jimmy Johnsen, Tim Burkle and Matty White. On dry land, Jemani Francis leads them in, with Matt Bailey hot on his heels. They can't afford to waste too much time, the field's coming. Quickly, Michael Cupid joins them. He's a gun on the bike and he's ready to do some damage. The 3 leaders get away safely, but it's doubtful they have enough of a break, a mere 10 seconds. Behind them, it's all quality. Jimmy Johnsen, Tim Burkle and Matty White. In the women's race, a slick Lisa Maringan leads after the transition, with the fastest swimmer, Charlotte McShane, keeping her in sight. Rebekah Keat only decided to enter the event during the week after suffering from the flu. With a record of 18 half Ironman wins out of 22, she's rated as the one to beat. While the pros were away on their bikes, the age groupers were coming in thick and fast, each with their own goals, their hopes of a PB, a chance to beat an old foe, a chance to get away and do your own thing. The 90.1 kilometre bike league is a big anti-clockwise block around Shepparton. Each competitor will do this 3 times. 8:15 AM and the lead cyclists were in sight. Jimmy Johnsen had hit the lead, with Michael Cupid hanging on for second. Matt Bailey was coming third, but he'd lost 1 minute 13 to the leaders in the first lap. A minute further back came a bunch of 6. Jemani Francis, Matty White, Ollie Whistler, Richard Thompson, Nathan Stewart and Tim Burkle. The leaders were getting away from them, but there was still a lot of road ahead. Lisa Maringan had pulled away to a 1 minute 8 second lead. At Port Macquarie 2 weeks ago, her solo breakaway set up her victory, and she was employing the same tactics again. Within striking distance was Rebekah Keat and Charlotte McShane.
Go, Beck! Go, Becky! Woo-hoo!
With the pros out on their second lap, an opportunity arose, a chance to do some easy riding on the back of the Hexman lead motorbike. Peter Kerr was first out of the water and led for the first half of the ride before Jared Evans came hurtling past. His age grouper Ben Paddy doing a fine job in the half Ironman, averaging 37 kilometres an hour. At this stage he must be wondering, what planet's this guy from? Jared Evans led all the way back to transition, and thanks to Ron, we were safely back, ready to rejoin the half Ironman action. The elite triathletes were still on the bike, but it wouldn't be long before this place would turn frantic. Here they come, Jimmy Johnsen in front with Michael Cupid just behind. They've used their obvious cycling strengths to advantage. Johnsen is a very respectable runner, but not the best in the field, and Cupid will need to have everything go his way to maintain his position. A full 5 minutes back, a pack of 7 arrived. Richard Thompson, Matty White, Jamani Francis, Matt Bailey, Nathan Stewart, Ollie Whistler and Tim Burkle. While Tim's a great runner, 5 minutes is a lot of time to make up in 21.1 kilometres. Lisa Maringan led the women's field into the bike compound. So far, things were going to plan. A further 3 minutes 45 back, Rebekah Keat and Charlotte McShane came charging in. Keat would have a tough time running down Maringan, and McShane would be hoping her fantastic race so far would continue. The half marathon run is a 3-lap course around Kiala Lakes and along the Goulburn River. After the first lap of the run, Jimmy Johnsen is still in front, but behind him, Tim Burkle is flying and has made up the 5-minute deficit on Michael Cupid and is now only 3 minutes 15 down on Johnsen. Around the back of the lake, at about 8 kilometres, Matty White and Richard Thompson catch up to a tiring Michael Cupid to move into 3rd and 4th place. They both run side by side for kilometre after kilometre, hoping to bridge the gap to the leaders. This is only Richard Thompson's 2nd professional race and he really looks to be on the improve. In the girls' race, Julia Grant from New Zealand is in 4th place, but 9 minutes behind. A further 1 minute behind her is Charlotte Paul. Just past the turnaround point on the 2nd lap, Jimmy Johnsen is maintaining a good rhythm. Tim Burkle is trying to run him down, but isn't eating into the margin as much anymore, and will be hoping that Jimmy tires. A big mover in the field is Paul Attard, who started the run in 9th place, but has now moved up to 5th. Behind him is Ollie Whistler. Now they have just 1 lap to go. Also into the final lap is Rebekah Keat, who has powered her way into the lead. If she can keep this up, there's a chance for a $1,000 bonus if she can beat the 4 hours 26:05 race record.
Number 3, Jimmy Johnsen winning the Shepparton 2009 half Ironman.
Into the finishing chute, and it's still Jimmy Johnsen from Denmark in front. His awesome cycle set up a commanding lead that led him to victory. Only 43 seconds back is Tim Burkle, then Richard Thompson behind by 4 minutes 30.
Yeah, I've raced Jimmy a few times, raced him a couple of times in Europe and a couple of times here in Australia, and yeah, no, he's a good athlete, and you know, hopefully I'll get one back of him in 3 weeks' time.
I definitely need some time on Burkle because I'm not running so well at the moment. So I went really hard on the first 20k.
Here she comes, Rebekah Keat, in for another victory. And look at the time, she smashed the race record by over 6 minutes.
Yeah, I am. I knew that it would get beaten today, whether it was me or Lisa, and Lisa's in pretty good form as well. And then we've got Charlotte Paul, but I don't know if she had a very good day out there today. But I worked out the calculations and I thought it could be done, and then I heard about the 40-degree temperatures and I thought, oh, maybe that's asking a bit much, but I didn't think I'd get it by that much, so I'm pretty happy.